there in internet land. My name is Tim and welcome to Red Band Review. Guess what I just saw? The newest entry into the Star Wars universe from Disney and Lucasfilm, directed by Gareth Edwards. I just got back and am about to do a spoiler-free review of Rogue One, A Star Wars Story.
The world is coming undone. Imperial flags reign across the galaxy.
Can you be trusted without your shackles?
Let's just get this over with, shall we?
We've a mission for you. A major weapons test is imminent. We need to know how to destroy it.
If you're really doing this, I want to help.
Good.
Good. I've been recruiting for the rebellion for a long time.
We destroyed our home. I fight the Empire now.
I fear nothing. All is as the Force wills it.
The captain says you are a friend. I will not kill you.
Thanks. There isn't much time. Every day they grow stronger.
There is a 97.6% chance of failure.
He means well.
This is our chance to make a real difference. Are you with me?
All the way.
Oh my god, it's happening. I'm going to see it right now. Are you excited? Oh, I'm excited too, bud. Nope. 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 Saw it.
The movie is about to start.
Okay, so this is going to be a very hard review for me to do because all I want to do is talk about this movie in great detail, but what is going to happen is it's going to be a 100%, I'm going to try 100% spoiler-free review, and in the coming days there will be a spoiler review with myself and the ever wonderful Chris Moffat, with the Rebel Alliance making a risky move to steal the plans of the Death Star, setting up the entire saga to follow. To be honest, Rogue One was quite awesome and very different from all the other movies that came before. There was frightening scenes, tense scenes, very dark. I literally mean dark, evil scenes in this movie. So let's take this opportunity to talk about some of the new characters that were in this movie and to the Star Wars lore. Starting off with Jyn Erso, played amazingly by Felicity Jones. Her character reminded me of a combination between Han Solo and Princess Leia, where she was very rogue and very smuggler-esque, but had the heart of a rebel like Princess Leia. I really liked all the scenes that she and Cassian Andor, played by Diego Luna, shared. I love the back and forth between them, the banter. They had a pretty good chemistry on screen. I really liked those two. Speaking of Cassian Andor, he was a little bit of a badass at the start, and I almost felt that he was more of a criminal as opposed to a rebel. I really enjoyed K2SO, played by Alan Tudyk. I think he stole the movie for me. His delivery of lines and his one-liners, it made the movie a lot more fun and funny without being a comedy, if you know what I mean. Next up is Chirrut Inway, played by one of my favorite martial artists, Donnie Yen. My only problem with this was he was not used enough. His character had such potential for a level of depth and just... you're not going to put Jedi in this movie. There's no Jedi in this movie, but he was the closest thing to that because he was one with the Force. He studied the Force, but he was not a Jedi. I love Chirrut Inway and his best friend, Baze Malbus, played by Wen Jiang. I thought those two had a very cool relationship. They played off each other. One was always saying that he was saving the other one's ass, which was funny. Next up is Bodhi Rook, the defected Imperial pilot, played by Riz Ahmed. He was a pretty good character. I liked him. He had, you know, some good lines, some good dialogue, some good action scenes in there. I really enjoyed his character. Again, I felt that they could have done more with his character, but with an ensemble cast as big as Rogue One was, you couldn't develop everybody's story arc and still have the main narrative make sense. That's just, you know, storytelling and filmmaking. So, you know, it's okay that we didn't get the backgrounds that I would have liked to have seen out of every single character in this movie. Next up, we have Saw Gerrera, played by Forrest Whitaker, and he was the only one in this movie I'm not completely sure of. I think I need another viewing of it. His character seemed kind of out of place for me. I don't know if it was Forrest Whitaker's choice of an accent that he gave to Saw Gerrera, or just personality traits, but Saw Gerrera was originally portrayed in the Clone Wars animated cartoon a few years ago, and his character was, you know, in guerrilla warfare and you know, somewhat of a terrorist and a rebel, and I didn't feel like that was the same one that I originally met. Now I know war changes people and all that, but it didn't feel like the dots connected for me with his character. But like I said, I think I might need a second or third viewing to maybe, you know, come to a decision on Saw Gerrera. Next up is Galen Erso, Jin's father, played by Mads Mikkelsen, an Imperial scientist who helped develop the Death Star. And this character is what set this whole thing going. They need him to finish working on the Death Star, and he left, and they're looking for him. And that more or less is the start of the movie. That's what gets the adventure going, and that's when we meet all the other characters after. But it all started with Galen Erso, and I liked him. I would have liked to have seen him more. But again, with an ensemble cast and only so much time, there's only so much background that you can give, but I really enjoyed the scenes that he was in. I just wish that there was more. And last up, director Orson Krennic, played amazingly by Ben Mendelsohn. This guy just exuded Imperial to me. Director Krennic fit right in there. He had a couple of really good scenes. I loved how he played Orson Krennic. I thought that he, in quite a few of his scenes, played that cold, calculating Imperial officer straight out of the classic trilogy. I thought that he was a really, really good bad guy. So that's all I'm going to get into with the characters. Yes, Darth Vader is in it, but that is extreme spoiler territory, and it is not something that you want to hear me rehash. You need to see Darth Vader in all his glory. He is in the movie. He is not a major character in the movie, but he is in the movie, and he was just a thing of... wow, I have no words. It was amazing to see. The special effects were fantastic in this movie. Taking vehicles and props and characters that were last seen in 1977 and updating them enough with current day technology was amazing. The ships that were in the film, Star Destroyers, TIE Fighters, X-Wings, looked amazing. They looked the best that they've ever looked, and it was awesome. It was awesome. I was instantly a little kid again watching this movie. The soundtrack was really well done for this film. This was the first Star Wars movie that was not scored by the master John Williams, and you could tell. Did it make it bad? No. It felt very Star Wars-y. It was still like a full orchestra, and it had, like, you know, the tones, and it had a very classic feeling to it. There's not enough amazing things that I can say about this film. Is it a perfect movie? No, it is not a perfect movie. Is it a perfect Star Wars movie? Fuck yes. I'm going to let you guys in on a little secret. At the end of the film, I cried. I cried tears. And thankfully for me, I saw it in 3D, and I had my special Stormtrooper glasses on so no one could see me cry. The movie ending, and just the movie in general, really moved me because for me personally, I have a strong connection to Star Wars because of my father, who passed away back in 2011. And he did not know about any of, you know, the Disney buyout and the fact that they were going to be making more films. And this film, more so than Force Awakens, really reminded me of my father. He would have loved it. And I think that just being in this pocket of Star Wars again, the classic Star Wars again, really made me emotional at the end, because, you know, it was excitement through the whole movie, and oh, look at that place, and oh, I remember that, and oh, blah 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 blah. So I got really emotional at the end when the credits popped up, and it just all hit me. It was Star Wars. It was Star Wars. It was classic Star Wars. It was the Star Wars I always wanted to see as a kid. I wanted more Star Wars, and we got more Star Wars. It felt very much like the classic trilogy to me in setting and, you know, tone, I guess. One thing I will mention is that this is not an episodic Star Wars movie. This does not fit in tone-wise with any of the other episodes, because this is a standalone movie, and this is a war movie. This has nothing to do with the Skywalkers. This has nothing to do with Jedi. This is its own standalone movie about the events that happened before New Hope. And I felt that all the filmmakers involved delivered that movie, and I am so happy and cannot wait to go see it again, which will probably be tomorrow or the next day. I'm gonna go live in the movie theater for the next couple weeks, seeing this as many times as I can, because it was just such a wonderful experience to have in a movie theater, and what a lot of fun. Go see this movie. So in all, I think I'm going to rate this a 4.5 out of 5 Garys. It is a beautiful movie. The cinematography is fantastic. It sounded great. The special effects, the sound effects, just the story. I felt the acting was really well done. So thank you so much for watching my spoiler-free review, I hope, on Rogue One, a Star Wars story. If you like this review, and hopefully if you were on the fence and didn't know if you wanted to go see it, hopefully this review made you change your mind and made you get out into the theater. I would love for this movie to make a shit ton of money, because when it does, they're going to make more movies like this, and that's what I want. I want more movies like this. I love the episodes, but I want to explore different pockets of the Star Wars galaxy. It's just so exciting. It's such an exciting time to be a Star Wars fan. Thank you, Disney and Lucasfilm. So after you get out to the theater and watch Rogue One, a Star Wars story, come back here and watch the rest of the videos that we have on our channel. We do have quite a few of them, and we're going to keep doing this as long as possible because we love to do it. And while you are still on the internets, make sure to jump over to our official store, www.society6.com/misunderstoodourcompany. It is the official home of Dead Girl Superstar and Geeks Speak Apparel. And if you want to hear even more geeky content, why don't you check out the podcast that I'm currently part of, along with horror aficionados Adam and David Miles. The name of the podcast is called They Cast from the Coast, and there are 3 ways to listen: here on YouTube, iTunes, and Google Play. And as always, make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment below. Thanks for watching.